All right, well, this should be a little less shaky than previous ones because I'm now at a low enough level I can hook up my little tripod that is unfortunately only about a foot tall. So, you know, say la vie. So this shelf, in my continuing adventure through my RPG books, has basically just two games on it. And that is Star Trek, although it is a couple of different versions of Star Trek, and then some Star Wars, which you can probably see off to the side there. I have a lot of the old FASA game. There's actually still some things that I would very much like to acquire for this, but this is what I've got. Klingon box set, a Romulan book. I've got a thing on the Andorian, or not Andorians, the Orions. A couple of movie source books. There's some, ship guides. There's the Orion source book. What's this one? Traders and pirates and stuff. The original game. I need to get some other stuff. There's another Orion book. Apparently they originally came together, but I found just one of them at half-price books, so I would like to get the other one. And then I've got some Last Unicorn stuff for the original series game that they did. Then for some of their other games, Time Travel, I think. Yeah, Time Travel. I'm just going to hop ahead for a second. I've got the Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and then some source books for them. And then mixed in here, I have a bunch of odds and ends things that were put out for Star Trek that are not RPG books, but are handy for the RPG. Chronology book, blueprints for the ship, guide to aliens, star charts. You know, it's stuff that if I were to run a game, I would be able to draw upon. That's the idea. Next Gen, I've got a few books for that. Actually, it looks like I've got a bunch of books for that. And then another tech manual. This is the Next Gen era. Starship Spotter. And we have Deep Space Nine, and then there's a Deep Space Nine tech manual. This is, again, not an RPG. Then we move into Star Wars, and it's sort of the same with Star Wars. Let me turn the camera slightly. Okay, it's sort of the same deal with Star Wars, where I have the RPG and then I have some non-RPG books that I will find useful. This is the West End Star Wars. That's the only version that I have. I have a couple of versions of the West End, although I think I may have given away one of my other West End basic books to somebody that I was hoping might enjoy using it. But anyway, here's some non-game books. Stuff on the Rebel era, the Dark Side, and then we move into some of the actual game books, and then some not game books. So it's really a mix. A lot of essential guides. These were cool, just information on the universe with no game material in it that you could draw from. Some galaxy guides. Oh, here's the Han Solo source book, the trilogy. Those were something. So yeah, that's what I've got. A bunch of these RPG supplements. Man, I don't even remember some of these. Oh, this is D20. I have no idea why I even have that. I must have gotten it in a collection by... Oh, I bought them at my favorite used bookstore back in Bangor, Maine, Pro Libris. That's what the price tag says. I actually had the D20 Star Wars book, and there was no way I was ever going to use it because I hate D20. I think I must have bought it because it was probably cheap at Pro Libris. That's probably why I owned it. So I don't anymore. I think I gave that away as well. So anyway, that's this shelf. Really just Star Trek and Star Wars. I definitely would like at some point to run another Star Trek game. I ran it years ago using Over the Edge 2nd Edition, and I loved it. It was set in using really the FASA books as my setting, but Over the Edge 2nd Edition as my system, and it just worked phenomenally. I loved it. I love the old original series era. Just like in Star Wars, I love the Rebellion era, and I really don't like the others. If I were to run a game anytime soon, I would run it in original series for Star Trek or Rebellion era for Star Wars. We'll see if that'll happen. But that's it for now. On to the next shelf at some point. Take care.